Hi, my name is Tan Chee Wee, and I'm the Principal Consultant for Student Development. Welcome to this segment of the online open house. I will be providing some information about the Student Leadership Development Program here in the high school section, which might interest some of you and your son, who may be thinking about applying to Hwa Chong via the DSA Leadership category. In Hwa Chong, the underlying assumption is that every student has the potential to be a leader. We want to develop our students not just intellectually, but also with good morals and character, have the passion in what they do so that eventually they can find a place in society to serve the community. Hwa Chong has produced generations of illustrious alumni who have become leaders not just in their career, but also in the community, such as the current Secretary General for National Trades Union Congress, Mr. Tan Chee Wee. Mr. Ng graduated from then the Chinese High School and Hwa Chong Junior College, before joining the Air Force and ultimately rose the ranks to become the Chief of Defense Force, before he joined politics. In the private sector, Hwa Chong also has many reputable leaders in several industries, including entrepreneurs and venture capitalists. Some of them, such as Dr. Alex Lin, Chairman of ICORA Asia, are involved in helping startups develop their competencies. There is also Mr. David Sin, co-founder of Fullerton Healthcare Corporation, who was named one of the World Economic Forum Young Global Leaders in 2018, and a member of the Harvard Business School Global Leaders Circle. Coming back to our school's Student Leadership Development Framework, we named it after our most distinguished alumnus, the late Mr. Ong Teng Cheong. The framework comprises 4 domains of development, namely theories and skills, experiential, mentoring, and reflections. We believed that to be a good leader, one must not just be competent in what he does, but also possesses the right character and be able to work effectively with people. And hence, we have the 3 orientations in the center of the framework. We hope our students can emulate what Mr. Ong had been in his life, a bilingual, entrepreneurial servant leader who was passionate about improving the lives of others by listening and serving their needs. There are a wide variety of activities and programs for our students to develop their leadership potential. Immediately from the time when your son joins Hwa Chong, he can look forward to several opportunities to hone his leadership skills, ranging from being the chairman in his class to joining the Students' Council as a counselor. The uniform group CCAs are also good training grounds for leaders to be, where the seniors instill values of self-discipline, teamwork, and resilience in the juniors through many team-based activities, as well as providing opportunities for them to take on leadership roles in events and competitions. Beyond CCAs, students who have a passion in environment and climate change can join the Green Council to promote the green movement. And there are also service learning clubs, where students can spearhead community projects beyond the school. With experience, the boys can expect to take on higher leadership positions in the executive committee as they progress on to secondary 3 and 4. It is during this stage where they take on mentoring roles with their juniors as part of succession planning. We also have a flagship leadership development program known as the Ong Teng Cheong Leadership Sabbatical. In this program, we organize in-house leadership training workshops conducted by our own school leaders, as well as external visits to leadership training institutes and business enterprises to learn from some of the leaders in the various business sectors. During these workshops and visits, our students get to understand how leadership works in the real-world context, learn about the different types of leadership styles, and develop their own preferred style of leadership. As the most prominent student leadership body in the school, our student counselors are always at the forefront when it comes to building and passing on the legacy of the school spirit through cheering for our sports athletes during the inter-school competitions and in school-based activities such as the Secondary 1 annual camp. They will also be actively involved in organizing many large-scale school events. With a school like ours, we will not be able to handle so many activities throughout the year without the involvement of the student leaders, who are the ones rallying the rest of the students to help in almost every detail of an event. Besides the Students' Council, who is mainly serving the school's needs, we also have many student groups who organize national or international events for students outside of Hwa Chong. For example, our school is privileged to play host to the Hague International Model United Nations, or Taiman for short, a 5-day conference simulating the United Nations for students across the world. On the lighter note, our uniform groups also organize the annual Uniform Groups Bowling Championships for all UG students in Singapore. For the very talented students in the academic domain, there are also events which are organized and held by our own students, such as the Hwa Chong Model ASEAN Summit, the Asian Youth Chinese Forum, and the International Science Youth Forum. Our students play a big part in these events, from facilitating the stay of the foreign delegates to executing the programs and daily activities, sometimes even acting as tour guides to introduce our country to the foreign visitors by visiting different parts of Singapore. Not forgetting the community, our students also have ample opportunities to partake in social services. They are given the ownership in the activities they want to be involved in with the beneficiaries, so that they are not just there for the CIP hours, but carry out what they had planned to do, may it be interacting with the elderly through games, or looking to reduce the workload of the caretakers by helping with the chores. Through planning their own activities with the beneficiaries, they developed empathy towards the less privileged and leadership when working together to serve the needs of others. With several events and activities that require our students to engage the community, both within the school and beyond, I can assure you that your son will have many opportunities in building his self-confidence through public speaking and communication with others. Ultimately, Hwa Chong aims to develop future leaders for Singapore, and this mission is permanently rooted in our school's DNA. We are very happy and proud that our students have been consistently recognized for their leadership potential with different scholarships and awards offered to our boys upon graduation. At this point, you'll be wondering if your son should apply for DSA via the leadership category. Hence, let me share with you how we identify our potential candidates. We look forward to boys who demonstrate values such as a strong sense of responsibility, high integrity, and the resilience to overcome challenges that may come his way. With all the possible opportunities for your son, we therefore expect our DSA leadership students to have a strong level of self-discipline, appreciates hard work, and always be ready to render a helping hand to others. If your son already has experience in leading student organization in his primary school, or is passionate about serving the community and continuously seek excellence and self-improvement, he may be the kind of student Hwa Chong would like to have. You may wish to know that amongst the applicants, we could only shortlist a small number for the selection exercise. This selection of the shortlist will be based on the criteria shown on this slide. While it is non-exhaustive, we do encourage you to list as much relevant information as possible in the MOE application portal. Thereafter, we will be arranging a short interview over video conferencing with shortlisted applicants, which will take place at their primary school. There is no need to prepare for the interview. Just be natural and spontaneous when conversing with us. That is all for now. I hope that I have given you much insight into the Student Leadership Development Program in Hwa Chong. Thank you, and please enjoy the rest of the online open house.